The impeachment part was easy, but now what? I'm Michael Smerconish in Philadelphia. Donald Trump is now the only American president who have been impeached twice. But like Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton, he will not be removed from office. There's not enough time for a Senate trial, at least not a trial by the Senate after being impeached. Legal scholars have reached different conclusions. Harvard's Lawrence Tribe wrote for the Washington Post this week, the clear weight of history, original understanding, and congressional practice hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States. That disqualification does not automatically follow conviction. It requires a separate vote. Of the United States is tried, government officials hit with that double whammy. We are headed into uncharted waters in many areas. The biggest question is whether a former president can be tried by the Senate after being impeached. Legal scholars have reached different conclusions. Harvard's Lawrence Tribe wrote for the Washington Post this week, the clear weight of history, original understanding, and congressional practice bolsters the case for concluding that the end of Donald Trump's presidency would not end his Senate trial.
See,
But Ross Garber from Tulane,
told you by the law,
governors facing impeachment, says
it doesn't matter if you
had
ending your
intended
job,
impeachment for former officials,
your trial will
they
still
would have said so.
continue.
Both will join me today. Another ramification of Trump being gone from office by the time of his trial, who presides? Article 1, Section 3 says, when the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside. But Trump won't be the president.
It'll be Kamala
Chief Justice
Harris.
John Roberts' role is unclear. Does it mean, for example, that the President of the
Because
Senate,
it'll be Joe
Vice
Biden.
President Kamala Harris, will preside at Donald Trump's Senate impeachment trial? We just don't know. Another consideration, the impact
Or whoever
of the new president,
Joe Biden
is eager to get
appoints
to work next
as the
Wednesday.
judge.
He needs his cabinet members to be confirmed by the Senate as soon as possible. But under Senate rules, impeachment is the only issue the Senate can consider once the trial begins.
But that's the reason why it
on
will
Wednesday,
be,
the president
it depends
elect
on
tweeted in part,
when
"I
that day
hope they'll
is.
deal with their
And then it
constitutional
will be
responsibilities on impeachment while also working on the other
Kamala
urgent
Harris.
business of this nation." So must there be a trial? Nothing in the Constitution requires the House to transmit to the Senate its articles of impeachment. Speaker Pelosi can hold them indefinitely. And assuming the House does deliver the articles, it's not entirely clear that the Senate must act on them. Again, not spelled out in the Constitution. Bob Bauer served as White House counsel to President Obama. He addressed this subject for Lawfare in 2019 and said, it's a logical construct of the Constitution that if the House impeaches, then it would follow that the Senate tries the case. But he also said this, the Constitution does not, by its express terms, direct the Senate to try an impeachment. The House may choose to impeach or not. And one can imagine an argument that the Senate is just as free.
That's the reason why we have a vote. And we need 67 altogether.
The exercise of its own sole power to decline to try any impeachment that the House elects to vote. So where does it leave us? First, if and when there is a trial, conviction in the Senate will not be easy. Remember, in the last Senate impeachment trial, there were 2 counts. One was for abuse of power. The vote was 52-48 for acquittal. Only Mitt Romney broke ranks. The second charge was for obstruction of Congress. And the vote for acquittal was 53-47. No GOP senators supported it. This time it'll take 17 Republican votes for conviction. All eyes on Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski, Ben Sasse, Pat Toomey, and Susan Collins. But they'd be only 5. If McConnell votes to convict, he could be a 6th, and he might be able to cause more to do so. But that's still not 17, and it assumes getting all 50 Democrats to toe the line. It raises this question. If it appears unlikely that Democrats can line up the votes for conviction, is it still worth trying Trump? Well, yes, if you believe, as the House voted, that Donald Trump incited insurrection, the epitome of a high crime, which also warrants disqualification from his running again. By this logic, he must be tried, even if he's not convicted. Plus, a trial in this case could be not only an opportunity to bury the lie that the election was stolen, but also an opportunity to produce evidence of.
I want to take that away because he likes to say without being convicted. No. The reason why we're having a trial is so we know how to convict you. The whole foundation and the whole purpose of the whole reason why we're having this trial is to see how to convict you and how to get this conviction sentence in the best way possible by the words of the law. That's the whole reason why we have trials, hearings, cases, right? Why you think you defend yourself? So you can defend yourself to see what type of conviction you're going to get. Because what type of conviction you're going to get, that's the kind of consequences you're going to get. The sentence, the punishment you're going to get. So that statement is also a lie. All trials will convict. And I do not want to see another half-assed trial like they did with his first impeachment. His first impeachment was not fulfilled through the words of the democracy of the United States of America. And therefore, I demand that the conviction of Donald Trump be sentenced and the enforcement of the sentence, of the punishment, and the consequences to be enforced justly. And I demand this justice, fair, liberty, and freedom for all. These perceptions, these visions are damaging the Constitution. Any voters that is voting not to convict Donald Trump are criminals. And there too, I demand all those that voted against conviction, of unfair conviction, of justice, are obstructing, preventing, delaying, failing to observe, failing to exercise, failing to practice, failing to execute the laws of the Constitution of the democracy of the United States of America. Those are crimes, and I want everyone in the Senate House, Republicans, Democrats, and the Represented House to be investigated, examined, and truly see through why their vision of not seeing this as a crime is damaging the fair, justice, liberty, and freedom for all title and what it stands for. And I demand justice against these acts of behaviors, of visions, of perceptions and idealistics of ideas that does not coincide with the democracy of the United States of America, does not relate in any type of similar form to the United States democracy. I demand justice. I demand it speedy, swiftly, and the hammer hard. I demand justice to come down swiftly and the hammer hard. And I demand my justice by the laws of the Constitution of the democracy of the United States of America.